Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Diabetic Voice. I'm Lorraine, and this is the place where we talk about real experiences, real science, and the real-life strategies that help us manage or even prevent diabetes. If you haven't already, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe to join a community that's taking control of their health one day at a time. So, today's topic is especially important for women. We're talking about early menopause and how it can raise your risk for both type 2 diabetes and a lesser-known condition called LADA, or latent autoimmune diabetes in adults. So, what exactly is early menopause? Early menopause happens when your periods stop before age 45, and if it happens before 40, it's called premature menopause. This can happen naturally, due to genetics or autoimmune issues, or be triggered by surgery, cancer treatments, or hormone imbalances. Why does this matter? Because when your estrogen levels drop early, your body loses one of its natural protectors, especially when it comes to blood sugar and metabolism. Estrogen isn't just about fertility. It helps keep your body sensitive to insulin, regulate how your body stores fat, and maintain healthy blood vessels and inflammation levels. So when estrogen drops suddenly or too soon, the risk of insulin resistance, weight gain, and eventually type 2 diabetes goes up. Studies have shown that women who go through menopause early have a 20 to 30% higher risk of developing diabetes later in life. Now let's talk about LADA, which stands for latent autoimmune diabetes in adults. It's often called type 1.5 diabetes because it sits between type 1 and type 2. It starts off slow like type 2, but it's actually an autoimmune condition like type 1. Here's where it gets interesting. If your early menopause was caused by autoimmune issues, you might also be at higher risk for LADA, not just type 2. That's why it's so important to ask for the right blood tests, especially if you're over 30 and we're told you have type 2 diabetes but don't fit the typical profile. Now, let me get personal for a moment. When I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, I had no idea how much my hormones, stress, and past symptoms were tied together. No one in my family has diabetes. I am the only one, and I was heavy, 180 pounds. My A1C was 13.1, and no one was talking to me about menopause, inflammation, or autoimmune triggers. The medications that I was taking were not working to lower my A1C. Finally, I found an endocrinologist who did the proper blood test and diagnosed me as type 1.5. I finally had the correct diagnosis and answers. Over time, through lifestyle changes, food, research, and the right medications, I got it down to 115 pounds and 5.9, but it didn't happen overnight. I had moved to a new city and went for my annual exam with a new gynecologist. She was the first person to tell me that my diabetes was more than likely a result of premature menopause. She told me it was not my fault. If you've gone through early menopause, or you're in perimenopause and noticing weird blood sugar spikes, listen to your body. It may be time to get tested. Here are a few things you can do starting today. Get your A1C and fasting glucose tested. Ask your doctor to check for autoimmune markers if you suspect LADA. Focus on low-inflammatory, low-carb nutrition. Exercise to improve insulin sensitivity. Consider whether hormone replacement therapy, HRT, is right for you under medical supervision. And most importantly, track your symptoms and trust your gut. Whether it's early menopause type 2 diabetes or LADA, it's all connected. And the more we understand our bodies, the more power we have to heal them. Have you gone through early menopause or been diagnosed with LADA? Share your experience in the comments. I read everyone. And if this video helped you, give it a like, share it with a friend, and please honor me by hitting the subscribe button for more real talk, real tips, and real hope. See you next time on the Diabetic Voice.